guys, welcome back to the channel. Right here, 58 Beetle. Been on the channel many times before. We did a beam on it. We got it running, wired, so on and so forth. Anyway, it is back. And I think I said the reason in the last video, but if you haven't watched that one out, go check it out. Same owner. He was driving the car, hit a curb. Didn't mess up like a wheel or anything like that, but slashed the tire and now has what sounds like a wheel bearing going out. Full disclosure, the car is on the rack. I did check. It's not going out, it's loose. That and that rattle, if you've been following this car, still hasn't gone away. Thought it was in the rear drum because it was loose, or the parking thing was loose, and it made the same sound. Now I took a ride with him driving, hung out the window, and it is definitely outside the car, somewhere in the back. It's annoying. I can hear it. He can hear it, obviously, because the complaint's still there. But he works at a, where does he work? Like a junkyard. Had it on a rack a couple times, shook the car down, couldn't find it. I've done the same. So it has a mystery rattle. I'm just gonna, knowing it's somewhere passenger sounding-ish, I'm gonna start hitting the car with a hammer. But anyway, let's do the easy thing, what I hope, and fix that wheel. Because yeah, she's a little loose. I'm assuming when it got, when it hit, put it in a bind and just either backed off the adjuster. That's pretty much all it could have done. So, I don't know. We'll open it up, see what's going on. Join me over there. I'll be honest, I don't know if I just lost a half hour worth of footage or not. Just installed caster shims on here. Because if you watch this channel, I'm going to say this all again like I've never done this before. Or I didn't just state all this. This car doesn't like to center, back to center after you steer. Because the rake in the back and the drop in the front, your caster angle's more forward, like this. So it won't self-center. It'd be very darty, not centery. Be able to center. What I'm talking about, okay, rake on motorcycle. Forward rake, you know, forks lean forward, bicycle. That's positive caster. That'll center your wheels. When you go negative caster, basically it becomes very darty. That's all good. I'm gonna put the cap back on. But yeah, I did caster shims. I'll bring you in, like I said I was gonna do. And rudely, my battery is being a pain in the butt. If I touch the door instead of the thing, hold please. Try not to lose any more footage. Yeah, shim the back for the casters. You can see that aluminum piece. So it's going to bring the beam forward, make it more like a motorcycle rake and kick it out. So hopefully it's going to, I'm not going to say it's going to align like it was new, but it should align better, or at least do something than it didn't do before, I guess. Let me see if I have some also bolts. So I also put that lift in that position for a reason. If I can find hardware. Well, he was right. There's no No plate left in that heater channel. The 2 bolts in here are gone. Those 2 bolts are there. That bolts into, you know, what, the Napoleon hat, or whatever you want to call it. Well, it goes through the Napoleon hat, but the heater channel is what actually has the capture plate. It's missing. So I can't do that. I tried, if you watched the video. Owner. But everything else seems tight. So I don't know. We'll get it on the road. It might have been that. It might have been, like, I can't find anything. I mean, if it was the beam loose, well, the beam's tight now. That was the only thing I found loose, was the lower link. And it wasn't even that bad. It was just, you know, loose. Nothing else is obviously hitting, rubbing, scraping. Steering box is leaking, so that's normal. That's about it. For weird stuff. Everything's still lubed. Alright, throw me in the back. Let's try to find a rattle. Alright guys, I might have found it inadvertently. I was going to take, you know, the hammer and just start, you know, whacking around. I don't know if you're hearing that ting, because, you know, bumper mount, nothing. I'm hitting bolts. I'm not hitting the paint. Rubber mallet too. Nothing suspension. The only thing I'm hearing, even hitting here, the frame horn, is back here. I think it's this damn pea shooter. Grab my mic. I don't know if you hear the ringing, but it definitely has one. But if I put my finger in it, it doesn't ring. I think this pea shooter's a little stupid. That if it is this thing, it's going to be easily remedied. And if it isn't, I don't know. Because it, damn it, because it does not sound like a baffle in the exhaust. It definitely sounds like it's coming from this thing. It's so damn moist. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm fat. We all know this. I can take the heat. I choose to put this punishment on myself. It's this humidity that's ridiculous. I'm gonna probably have to take the clamp off. Don't you hate when a nut or a bolt is right on the limits of what your fingers can apply pressure at? So you have to walk back and grab a, you know, wrench. Put that on, slide that there. Try to get this out. Huh. Yes, it's tinny, but I don't know if the baffle's picking up. I think this was it. Yeah, because that other pipe doesn't make the noise. This one does. All right. I got another one on a pipe down here. Ugh. He has two options. One being this one. Two being the trumpets. Ugh. Not perfect. The other one wasn't perfect either, but same, but different. Hopefully not tingy. Or hopefully not as tingy. Get this all back assembled. Maybe? I don't know. I just work here. All right. I won't know until I drive the car, but like I said, you can't see me. Like I said, the owner is driven or had this car on one of his racks at his day job. I've tried to find this mystery noise. It does exist. Thought I found it twice, didn't. Both times fixed the noise. All right, last thing I got to do. Tighten the generator belt. I just remembered he said it was slipping. Should hopefully be fairly quick. Stay. It's going to be nice to me. Yes. Not going to say all the time, but usually it's spark plug socket for these things. 13/16 or what have you. The belt's fine. So that's why, okay, hold on. What is that? Before you start pulling shims out, double check the condition of your belt. Because if it needs to be replaced, replace it. This one's fine. It just needs some shims pulled. And it wasn't many, it was just, I think, 2 I pulled out of here. Stay. If you have the slots on your pulley, you can wedge it in your alternator and tighten it. But that hopefully should have solved that. It's tight. I really could use a new throttle cable. Just want to make sure it's not slipping. Older models, easier to start from the passenger side, by the way. It runs, it still chirps. The pea shooters are shooting peas and Qs. Belt's good, didn't slip, didn't fly right off. Hate this deck lid engine cover because of fit and finish. That thing hardly ever latches, so that's good. Anyway. I mean, certainly that's not making noise. How the hell is it even on there? The correct answer is it's not. I can't do nothing about it. It's not held in by bolts. Ha! Trying to think if I have foam. If I have foam, I could put it behind the plate. I really don't think I do. I got like sound insulation foam, but that's not what I'm looking for. I want to put it on the plate and like put the tag up. This isn't the noise. This is like a metallic washer noise. everything's tight. I say that as this side's loose. I don't know if there's even a nut behind there. Nope, there is not. I'm going to be super optimistic and say this is the problem, but it's not. Now the bolt's stuck because the capture nut behind here is broke. This bolt, M8 1.25. This bolt, Home Depot. Two completely different thread pitches. These are also Home Depot. No, maybe. No, those are metric. They're 8.8. They're, well, stamped on the top, 88. So at least they're a metric bolt. If they were standards, they'd be stamped most likely like 5 or 10. 5, 8, 10. The grade. America stuff is different. Well, it's not moving currently. That bumper's loose. That one's tight. Oh, Lord. Gotta be careful because they're all right, new pea shooter. Bumper tightened. That was a 14, but it worked. Pea shooter, bumper tightened. Next scene, join me on the road. Maybe, just maybe, this thing's gonna be fine. Front end noise, like I said, only other than a loose lower link. Everything else seems fine. Like I said, it sounded like it was making noise on the driver's side when I was in the car with him. Unfortunately, I was on the passenger side. But it sounded more like a rub. And like I said, there's no witnesses of rubbing on the car. Dumb question. Let's see. Traction, tread wear. I hate Continentals. I'm just making sure it's not dumb like a tire got put on backwards. If it did, they both did. I don't think that's the issue, but you know, it doesn't hurt to check. I didn't mount these tires, so I don't know. All right. Guess the next scene we're gonna take a quick rip. Hopefully it's not as moist out. Who am I kidding? It's gonna rain. Didn't this have a roof rack on it last time I was here? I don't remember at this point. But like I said, front end's done, hopefully. We're down to a test drive. I don't feel anything loose. So, give it the old shake and wiggle. We'll just take it out and see what happens. I need to feel it. I addressed what I think basically in a nutshell, I addressed what I think could be the issue. Added some other stuff to, you know, completely help my diagnosis. Fixed what I think might have been a rattle. Basically what it boils down to is I got to drive this damn thing to see if anything of what I just did a thing at all. For all I know, I made it completely worse. Yep, that's my luck. So, with that said, join me in the afternoon, because it's supposed to rain all morning. Join me the next time the roads are not wet. We'll take this thing for a rip. Hopefully it's solved, it can go. That's, well, ostensibly the plan. Because that would be nice, because we got to start on that thing. I'm running about a week behind right now. And the cars are not stopped. They're still coming. All right, guys. All right, guys, putzing around. Seeing if I hear any weird noises or anything like that. Sorry for a weird intro, but I just did tires on a car and I had to have this thing already pulled out. Trying to hear, you know, bearing noise or anything else that was going on with the car. This is a terrible intro to driving because I don't really have a plan. I just kind of jumped in this car to go, time-wise and all. So far, I haven't heard any belt squeal or rattles in the 37 feet that we actually moved. Proceeded to go in a direction. The wheel still doesn't center. I think the wheel doesn't center. The bushing in here, I'm pretty sure, is a little, doesn't feel as bad. But yeah, it still doesn't center. It didn't center in my other videos. People running lights, that's cool. No downshift a second. There we go. I just heard a jingle. What the hell is that noise? It's in the back of the car somewhere. Tighten the bumper. Well, I'll double check the bumper when we get back. But that was really the only thing that was loose. I don't know what the hell it could be. I know that noise probably isn't picking up in my mic, but it sounds like a bunch of washers just going chink 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 chink. I don't know what the hell else back there could be, unless it's a part inside of a part that I won't be able to find, like, you know, resonator inside a muffler. I mean, the muffler wasn't even making that much noise. Typically, when you get a baffle out in a muffler, you hear that. You don't hear it on suspension or rebound. The noise doesn't sound to be as bad. It's just random when it wants to do it, it seems like. Like I said, I don't know what the hell it could be coming from. Yeah, like right there. Ding, ding. I'm gonna pull over and hit some things. I swear, if it's something in the cabin that he has laying around and rolling, I'm going to be real mad. I don't know if it's inside or outside. I'm randomly looking for stuff moving around now. I seriously have no idea where this noise is. And it's not that window noise. Like, what the hell is it? It's either in the back of the car or someone glued something as a joke somewhere. I have done that. It's not nice. Yeah, I don't hear any. Yeah, it's somewhere back there. I don't hear any noise, like bearing noise that I heard on when he drove. What the hell is that noise? I almost want to give the diagnosis. Drive it till it falls off. Because I think that's where I'm at. I've hit it. I can't find it. I've tried to find said things. It just doesn't exist. I don't know if it's under the car, over the car, in the car. Whatever it is, it sounds super freaking loose though. Yeah. Rub noise is gone. Oh, shift knob came loose. Power shift. It's not constant. Like every bump doesn't set it off. Like right there, no noise. I went over the tracks that's, well, I'm not gonna say speed, but speed. I don't know. Main complaint is fixed. It does steer a little bit better. Still doesn't center. I think the bushing, I think it's what, a phenolic bushing or a plastic bushing in these columns. I think that's a little goofed up. It just sounds loose. I don't know what the hell it is. Yeah, I have no idea what the hell it is. The big thing is it's not consistent. Like, it's not every bump, it doesn't go off. It's, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, he looked for it, I looked for it. I thought I changed some things. That was more the the metallic noise is more of a courtesy look again. And I have no idea. So, give it back to him and see what he says. But the primary reason for the car being here, yeah, like no noise. Steering and bearing noise, that's fixed. I don't know why that light blinks now. Anyway, join me on the big cam. All right, guys. Wow, warm. Back in the shop. No rubbing sound out of the front end. I mean, you can hear the bushing in here. It's tight. It's gonna make but it's not bad. I don't know. Does this one still work? Yes. Sorry, ADD, OCD, and all the DDs together. Anyway, steering's back to what it was originally to me. I think the column needs a rebuild, cleaned. It's just stiff. It's not the box or anything else. It's all in this column. But that tinging, tanging noise, I don't know. It still exists. I thought we found it with the bumper and the pea shooter, but nope. So that was a fail. Yeah, I think I'm basically this would be the third time trying to find the thing. He's tried to find it. It's somewhere, and I do not know where. The last thing I can think of would be maybe one of the shocks. Something in the shock is loose or broken. But for me to explore that option, I would have to take the shocks off of the car and put new shocks on a car to see if that, because I can't test the shock. Other than telling you it's good, like stiffness wise, I'd have to replace shocks to see if that would even be it. I guess is what I'm getting at. In other words, I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. It's almost like shush. I honestly, I don't know if it's outside the car or inside the car. It's over there, and we know that vent window makes noise, but it's not that. It's not that. It's not the keys. It's something inside the car. And I don't know if there's something under the headliner or under the carpet. Something not welded when this car, because like I said, I didn't restore the car. I don't know the extent of the restoration as far as what panels got replaced, something like that. For all I know, someone left a 10 millimeter somewhere and it's just being dumb. But with that said, I'm going to close out this episode. The main things that the car that needed to get done to the car are done and fixed. So that's a good thing. The bad thing, the side quest, if you will, it's still here. Maybe he'll find it, or maybe it'll just stop or fall off or make itself known, because it is a very distinctive noise that you figure you'd be able to find, or I'd be able to find. And the only thing, like I said, it doesn't happen all the time. It's bump inconsistent. So the same bump, you get the same bump again, and it won't make a noise. So I don't know. It's like a moving noise, yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling. Try me in a big cam. I'll close this one out. All right, guys, closing out the episode on the 58. It was simple. I think this episode might be a little short, or not my normal, which is fine. Need a little bit of break in editing. It gets a little tedious. But anyway, the front end, really simple. I did throw caster shims in there. The steering's not as stiff, but it's still not self-returning. I think it needs to be rebuilt, gone through, cleaned, so on and so forth. No noise, no squeaks, no rattles out of the front, so that's good. The only freaking noise, squeak, rattle, not even squeak, I'd rather it be a squeak, but sounds like change in a dryer is somewhere in the back end, and I have no idea. I think I said in the in-car cam, the only thing I could think of is these are different shocks. Something in the shock is not happy, because that's basically the noise that I'm hearing. So I don't know if it's broken back there. The only way for me to test it would be replace them. And then, well, spend money on basically shotgunning a repair. Because when they're out, you can't, other than doing what I just did. Yeah, it kind of sounds like noise, but I don't know if it is it. Without actually shotgunning a part out the car, there's no real way to tell if that's the actual issue or not. But that's the only thing I could think of back there, because it's so inconsistent. I don't know if like the shock's loose somewhere in there and it's binding and like kicking. Anyway, I can't find anything loose in the back end. I fixed things that I thought, well, that needed fixed. They were loose. Thinking it was a noise, but it's not. I also tightened the belt. The belt doesn't squeal, so that's good. But yeah, mystery noise. Called the owner. He's going to come get it. I told him about the mystery noise. He just chuckled because that's just kind of what he's been living with the car. I'm going to suggest shocks to him, but that's really the only thing I could think of. Because they have bounce and rebounce. Like a bounce on the car, they're moving. They're not binding. So I'm not really sure. Anyway, weird. Front end's fixed. Close out this episode. If you like this episode, however it came out, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. If you do, I promise you we will chit chat as always. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you in the next one for more fun debauchery in Volkswagens or Porsche. Don't look at the thing back there. It'll come on the channel soon enough.